Hey there, crypto explorers. Today we're diving into two of the hottest topics from the past few weeks. The dogs listing and Blum's dog's airdrop. Who hit the jackpot and what could have gone better? Plus, how do you even receive an airdrop in the first place? Vladimir Smirkis is here to break it all down for you, starting with the purpose of dog's airdrop within Blum.
Blum is a future decentralized exchange within Telegram. And of course, we do not plan to encourage people to take actions and ask them to do something for nothing. I've mentioned that the attention economy should be paid for, and the Dropbox in Blum, with almost $2.5 million involved, is one of the first, or rather the very first initiative of such kind within the Blum project. In other words, we want to provide value to people participating in Blum in the form of tokens, liquid tokens that, by the way, are listed on Binance, Bybit, OKEx, BitGet, and many other exchanges, practically all major and minor crypto exchanges in the world. Well, $2.5 million seems like a large sum, but how do you properly distribute it among the vast audience of Blum? And moreover, how can we ensure that the cost of these transactions is covered, and who should pay for it? We decided to combine these several tasks into one. We launched a quest called Dog's Airdrop, which was available to all users of Blum. As of today, Blum has over 49 million users. By the time this video is released, there are probably even more. So, any Blum user could participate in this airdrop, and we really needed to make it absolutely fair. First of all, we had to determine the people who would participate in it. Of course, it's important for us to maintain high level of activity within the application. But what kind of activity? Let's figure out what is currently going on inside Blum. Blum has farming, meaning people can log in and farm their coins every 8 hours. This is the first and most popular feature of Blum. Secondly, Blum has tasks. You can log in and complete tasks, go through various quests from our partners, friends and associates and so on, including Blum itself. For example, we give everyone the opportunity to watch a useful video about the crypto industry on our YouTube channel and earn Blum points for it. What else do we have? The drop game is also one of the most popular features. Many people collect tickets, hoping that something might happen with them, and indeed something would happen. Some people play this game daily, and they get their tickets for daily check-ins. If you check in every day and do this over a long period of time, you get tickets that you can use to play. Moreover, you get extra tickets for inviting new friends. Of course, inviting new friends is also an important metric and a significant aspect. Therefore, you can claim rewards of 10% for the friends you invited directly, and you will also receive 2.5% points from friends of friends, that is, from those who were invited by the friends you invited directly. In other words, there is quite a lot of different things to do in Blum. Don't forget about Tribes, a new feature in Blum that appeared a few weeks ago, which you can also participate in. You can join any tribe. For example, the most popular tribe right now is the Dogs tribe, which is related to the meme coin that was recently listed on major exchanges. But you can create your own tribe too, which is also a form of activity. Start your own Telegram channel and invite your friends, followers or acquaintances to join your tribe. Once again, there is a huge amount of activity within Blum that you can engage in. Now it is clear what would be most beneficial for those participating in Blum and how to reward everyone. The idea is to distribute the drop equally. But tell me please, if a person who, for example, logs into Blum for many days in a row, or a person who actively plays the game or participates in a tribe or created their own tribe and completes tasks, should receive the same amount of coins as a person who logged in 2 or 3 days ago? I don't think so. Therefore, we divided all the people who participated in the airdrop quest into several cohorts, the most useful people, and these are not just influencers, but also those who have been in Blum for a long time, spent a lot of time there, actively play the game, actively engage in tribe building, complete quests, tasks, and many other functions such as claiming farming points were included into the popular first cohort. Then we have the second cohort who is a bit less involved, the third, fourth, and so on. Therefore, everyone who participated and was active received their well-earned rewards. Believe me, we did not personally review people the way I like him but I don't like him. We did not choose whom to give more to and whom to give less to. Let me remind you that $2.5 million was distributed to the Blum community members at the time of the airdrop, which we believe is quite fair. Did everything go smoothly indeed? Well, of course not. As you surely have noticed, we had to delay the drop for a few days. Why, you ask? The answer is very simple. When Blum was listed on exchanges and people got the opportunity to trade, withdraw dogs, and transfer to each other via the blockchain network as well as through centralized exchanges, more than 10 million people started doing this actively. And the TON network, the open network, unfortunately could not handle such an influx of audience and transactions, and not only TON was overloaded. A large number of exchanges also couldn't handle it, with some freezing for half an hour, others for an hour or more. Moreover, many functions on the exchanges stopped working for a certain short period of time. What does it mean for us? Dogs is an extremely popular project. On one hand, this is very good because there is a certain demand for it. This means that a large number of people who have not used the app before may want to buy dogs, especially since dogs has enormous utility in the form of stickers, NFTized, tokenized stickers, which Pavel Durov mentioned not so long ago in April 2024 at a conference in Dubai. Therefore, the demand for dogs is very good. It's also very sad that it was impossible to conduct nearly 500,000 transactions so quickly. Moreover, we made various attempts, we used different automated services, we also sent tokens manually, we asked our colleagues from other projects to help us, and our developers hardly slept during the airdrop. Trust me, we did all we could to distribute the drop among its participants. It's very good that the coin's market capitalization grew a little, then dropped a bit, and then grew a little again. In general, people haven't actually lost anything in capitalization, and thank goodness, as of today, all the drop has been distributed. We understand that you were waiting and worrying, and believe us, we were as anxious as you. We have distributed 1,000 Blum points to everyone who was waiting for the drop and did not receive it on time. A small thank you for your patience from our side. There was an error in our Twitter when we posted a message about extra 5,000 Blum points, but we ended up distributing only 1,000. 1,000 Blum points is a significant amount if you look at the quests that had to be completed to earn a similar number of points. So we decided to grant those of you who went through this story with 1,000 Blum points. Regarding TON transactions, all of those who sent about 0.2 TON to participate in the drop ended up successfully receiving the drop. Transactions are not free. You were probably looking at another way to get the drop that worked within the dogs and was not related to Blum. Although we tested it and considered launching it, we decided not to because it would have required 0.42 TON from you, which is twice as much as the fee you already paid. At the end, Blum paid all the transaction surpluses, all the transaction fees for you, and they were included in that very quest you are completing, and we thank you a lot for that. I want to say once again, if you multiply more than 400,000 people by 0.2 TON, you will get an amount approximately 5 times less than the amount of the drop itself. Once again, I will name it $2.5 million. So, about the criteria. What specific criteria influenced the drop? Well, I mentioned them at the beginning of the video. It's the activity within the app, meaning we looked at all factors. Not just the number of invited friends, not just the number of games, not just the number of completed quests and tasks, not just the number of games played and the number of tickets, but all of this together. Why don't we disclose specific criteria? Like, for example, those who completed 10 games or invited 6 friends would receive 35,000 dogs. Well, because it's our way to fight against Sybils. Sybils are those organizations and individuals who try to automate the system to farm more Blum points and consequently dogs as well. That's why we'd prefer to keep our recipe secret. No matter how much you ask, we won't tell you. Perhaps before the next drops, we'll be able to develop a recipe that will be beneficial for both users and Blum itself. And will also be transparent for everyone, for the entire audience, for the whole community. If you have any ideas, negative feedback is also welcome. Just drop them in the comments below this video. Believe me, we read most of the comments. I don't sleep much, but I read a lot, so I'm always happy to receive feedback. So, why did some people, actually a very small number, about 50 people, receive 350,000 dogs each? Of course, the participation of influencers within Blum is important because they invited many of you. You watched their channels, you read them, they invested their time and money in order to develop these channels and continue doing so. Moreover, they are quite active within Blum. We have thousands of koals who haven't received a penny within Blum because they were inactive. We selected only 50 people who received 350,000 docs each. And this was done deliberately, it was done absolutely transparently. If you think about the numbers and consider the figures, if we hadn't given 350,000 docs to each of these 50 people, but distributed it among the remaining 400,000 people, it wouldn't have made a significant difference. Just multiply 350,000 by 50 and divide that by 400,000 people. How much more docs will you get? It doesn't affect anything, and of course we will show our gratitude to koals and influencers. Moreover, as I mentioned earlier, people who were less active received some 4,000 docs, some 35,000 docs, and so on. We were looking at the factors of overall activity within the app. The reason we are not providing a specific recipe I explained a bit earlier. Rewind if you missed it. The results of the drop are generally good. It significantly increased the number of new users because we encouraged inviting new friends. This also increased the number of daily visits within Blum. It also tested our wallet, which is already available to you, and if you haven't checked the wallet section, do it right now. There is a really cool new feature. You can see all your assets, not just the connected wallet. In general, we are moving forward according to our roadmap. New announcements are coming soon. I hope this video shed light on what was happening with the docs airdrop inside Blum, and yes, we will definitely be doing new airdrops. Possibly with docs or maybe with new projects of which we already have a certain number in the queue.
Thanks, Vladimir. That was clear and insightful as always. Hopefully you've got the full scoop on this exciting dogs airdrop. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Catch you in the next one.